Page 60. Shishim Giborim. Lefichach, therefore, Nikret Midah Zo Yesod Olam. This Midah, the ninth Sphira, is called Yesod Olam, foundation of the world. Ki hu hanoseh alav kochot Amonai. He's the one who carries on him all the powers of the 10th Sphira, which is Amonai. Hu Ikara Ikarim, and he is the main of all the mains. He's the main one, basically. Ve'ikar yidiat Hashem yitbarach l'shar hasamuch lekol hanivraim. The true way to get into the knowledge of Hashem is through this Sphira of the Yesod. Today we were talking about. V'hu sod ikare odvav atachton, and he is the letter Vav of Hashem's name, because the letter Vav looks like a Yesod. So that means the ikar of the letter Vav of Hashem's name, out of all six, is the Yesod. Because the shape of the letter Vav is like a Yesod.
What's the name? The Havaya?
Yeah, the Vav Havaya. כדמיון יסוד ממטה למעלה. ולפי שהשבת הוא סוד המשכת הכוח מהספירות האלה בשם עמוני, and since the Shabbat is the secret of bringing down the Shefa from the upper realms to the name of God called Amonai, והוא סוד ההתאחדות כל הספירות, and it is the connector of all the Sefirot, Ki El Chai Nach B'Shem Amonai, because the name Kel Chai, which is the Yesod, then rests upon Amonai. Besod Vayanach Bayom HaShevi'i, as it says in the Pasuk, and God rested on the seventh day. Who rests? Vayanach. The Yesod rests on the Shabbat, which is the Malchut. Besod Vayichal Elohim Bayom HaShevi'i, God finished on the seventh. Amru Chazal Amar Kadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe Matana Tova yesh li bebeit Genazai. God said to Moshe, there is a great gift I have in my treasure house, v'Shabbat Shema, and its name is Shabbat. V'ani rotze litna liYisrael, and I want to give it to Yisrael. Lech v'hodi'am, go and tell them. What's the connection? Hello tireh. You see that Shabbat Yoshevet bebeit Genazai. It's as if God is saying to Moshe that Shabbat is a thing that's inside his treasure, inside his safe. What is the safe? The key word, it means if I say, what's a safe in Sfirot? Safe is the Malchut. Shabbat, which is in the safe, is the Yesod. So the Amonai is, so basically what was Hashem really saying? So people learn this medrash, they're like, oh, Moshe went inside a bank, and he went into Hashem's bank account, and he took out the Shabbat. He went into his safe, but it's all coded words over here. He's telling him the secret of Shabbat is to take down the Shefa, and it is because it's the Yesod, and that's why it's inside his safe, which is the Malchut. Because God rests on the Shabbat. The Yesod rests on the Shabbat, on the seventh day.
It's inside the Malchut.
Exactly, and that's the job of the Yesod, to always be connected with the Malchut. That's what they say, that Ari says, after the destruction of the second temple, the Yesod does not have a continuous zivug with the Malchut, because there's no more Korban Tamid. What was a Korban Tamid? The morning Korban and the evening Korban, Shacharit and Mincha, and then on the night they would continuously, that means the fire was continuously burning. So yeah, we don't have a continuous Pruruvu, but on the Mizbeach, it was a continuous cycle. So there was a continuous zivug, and therefore they had new souls coming down all the time. But when the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed, and now we're all scattered in our own shuls, in our own little enclaves, so the zivug is not continuous. Right? So there's two kinds of zivug.
The 6 days of the week could be the Yesod, being resting on Shabbat.
Yeah, but he's not learning it like that. He's learning it that the Shabbat itself is the Yesod. That's how he's learning it.
Also, all the states go up to the Yesod.
Okay, let's continue. לפיכך כל שומר שבת כהלכה מקרב בית השמות הללו. When you keep Shabbat, that's why Shabbat is a sigula. Let's say you really want a good sigula for a zivug. Keep Shabbat like crazy. Why? Because what's the point of Shabbat? The Yesod is resting in the Malchut. So you want your own Malchut, you have to keep Shabbat. If you do it down here, you're going to get it. If you do it up there, you're going to get it down here. Midah keneged midah. That's crazy, by the way. Whoever's listening to this. You also have to get to the copyrighted. ובהתקרב אלו שמות, נמצאו כל הספירות כולם מתאחדות, that means all the names of God are one. והוא סוד מנוחה שהוא נח בתוך עמוני. It is considered the resting place on or in Amonai. Just like by prophets, they would rest their spirit on the next prophet. And it says God rested on the seventh day. That's why there are two ways of keeping Shabbat. Remembering Shabbat and watching the Shabbat. When we keep Shabbat and the Yesod is in Ammonai, then new souls come down. That means if you want to bring a new soul into this world, on Shabbat. It has to be on Shabbat. The Zivuk has to be on Shabbat. Right? So anybody who says you can't bring new souls in this world is wrong. It's Mifurash. And the Ari HaKadosh, if you want to bring new souls, the Zivuk has to be on Shabbat. But after midnight. And that's why we have an extra soul on Shabbat, by the way. Because you see how the Shefa comes down? It's so big. It's crazy to think that.
That your own neshama can hold it.
Exactly. You need an extra neshama. It's unbelievable. I mean, not everybody is okay. You should know that. It's not like you have the kavara, God give me the extra soul, and boom, you got the extra soul. You need a zechut to get it. You have to do shnai mikra, you got to go to the mikra for Shabbat.
Not everybody gets the neshama you said?
No, of course not. Maybe they get a spark. Spark they get.
They all get to eat.
Huh?
We all get to eat.
That's why we eat extra, you're saying. We got to feed a second soul. And it gets out on Motzei Shabbat. On the seventh day, it was Shabbat v'yinafash. It means the yinafash is another word for nefesh. The nefesh yitera. Whoever has eyes, yireh hadavar miforash. Instead, we see Shabbat kosheret sfira achrona she'ya amonai and kol ha'sfirot ha'elyon. Shabbat connects the malchut with all the upper realms. Lefichach nikret Shabbat yom hashvi. Therefore, it's called the seventh day, which is the seventh sfira from Bina and down. So you see, Bina, Chesed, Gilura, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod. What's the seven? Yesod. So the Shabbat is the Yesod that connects. What is it? What? Exactly. He connects all the other seven to the Malchut. That's why it's Yom HaShvi. That's how he's darshaning it. He's connecting from Bina down to the Malchut, right? But in Bina kosher Sefirot, if Sefirot shtachter, we see that the Bina connects two higher Sefirot with the six lower ones. The Gamken, two Sefirot, which is the Yesod. And the Malchut, the Gamken Shivit bimata lemala, limtzet nomar ki el chai usot hashvi'it. So you see that the Yesod is not only the number 6, it could also be the number 7, because he's the 7th from the Bina, and he connects with the Malchut.
When it's 7, it's together with Malchut.
Exactly. That's his job, to give the number 7, to make the Malchut number 7. That's his job.
Together.
Alright. Ubina, and also if we count 7 up, it's going to be Bina. So the Yesod also connects to Bina, the Yesod. So he connects to the Malchut, and he also connects to the Bina. And Bina is called Olam Haba, and Shabbat is also called Olam Haba. Right? It's the 60th of Olam Haba. Uba Bina niksheret kol hagiulot. And in the Sfira of Bina, that's the secret of all the redemptions.
Why?
Yeah.
If it connects to Bina, as it touches the Bina, it's Bina starting from 1. So how does it connect to Malchut? With the Yesod and the Malchut being 1?
Just like the Yesod connects the 7 higher ones to the Malchut, so too his job is to connect the 7 lower ones to the Bina. That's what he's saying.
I'm saying that it should have been 9. It should have been 8.
Why 8?
From Bina to Malchut is 8.
No.
Why we?
Just like we don't count the Malchut, when I count Yesod as number 7,
so
too I am not counting Bina.
We are counting.
No,
Bina.
I'm not. I'm connecting
Bina,
it to Bina.
Chesed.
No. Bina, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, Hod, Yesod. That's 7.
It's starting from Bina.
That's when I'm counting down. Now let's count up. Malchut, Yesod, Netzach, Hod, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, and then Malchut.
I thought he's starting from the bottom of the Yesod, which the bottom of the Yesod would be connected as the Malchut as 1, and then we'll start from Yesod Malchut being 1, and then going up, or Netzach.
That's not the way I see it over here. I don't know. His point is that Yesod connects. I'll give you a hint. How do you see it in this world? Just like a son has to be married to his wife, his Malchut, he also has to be a good son to his mother, the Bina. You get the mashal now? That's the mashal. You're the Yesod. You have to get married to your Malchut, but you also have to know how to do Kibud Avayim. So you have
your mom is the Bina.
Exactly, and your wife is the Malchut, and you're the Yesod.
You're the same Yesod, but in 2 different.
The problem is, since we have no Geulah now, the mother-in-law wants to kill the daughter-in-law. Because there's no Geula. Why? Who's to blame? The Yesod. No, that's it. Very good. That's because the Yesod. That's why you need Sheva Yipol Tzadik. Why Sheva Yipol Tzadik? Who's the Tzadik? Yesod. Why Sheva? Vayanach Bayom HaShevi'i. He has to know how to be a politician. Over here he has to do this. Over here he has to do that. And sometimes to disconnect is to connect.
Like fighting two boys.
Exactly. Alright, let's do one more sentence. V'tzarich ani lo odiacha. I have to teach you now a secret. Alikar gadol, a very important thing. Da, no. Ki bitached midat kel chai v'midat amonai. When the midat kel chai becomes one with amonai. Az midat amonai yoshevet al kisei malchut. Only then does the Shekhinah get her throne. Umoshelet al kol nivraim. And only then is she the ruler of all the creations. But when Kel Chai is Nivdal v'nistalek, when there is no zivug, when the Yesod is not close with the Malchut, as midat amonai shnikret Shechina olechet begalut. So automatically, if there is no zivug between the Yesod and the Malchut is in galut. What's the mashal here? The mashal is, if you have a house, and you have creations running around, you have kids, you're not going to have Shalom Bayit if the Yesod is disconnected from the Malchut. If there's no Shalom Bayit, they don't listen to the mom. They don't listen. There's no chinuch. But when the father and the mother have Shalom Bayit, the Yesod is with the Malchut, then she sits on her throne and all the kids listen to her. That's in the house. Same thing in the whole world. When the Midah of Hashem, which is the Yesod, is separate from the Malchut, then it's as if the Shekhinah is in the Galut. You don't see the Shekhinah. So that's why they say you have Mashiach to come. Just one Shabbos and they don't know what they're saying, but that's the secret. Why Shabbos? Why not just one more Purim and we'll all be free? I think that would be much easier if we all keep one more Purim, right? Just one Pesach and we'll all be free, right? People love Pesach, right? I think 80% of the Jews keep Pesach. Or just one Yom Kippur and we'll all be free. Shabbat. Why Shabbat? Because the secret of Shabbat is the Zivug. And when the Yesod is with the Malchut, then the world, that means Hashem, everyone sees Kisei Malchuto, right? That's the secret. And where does she go to Galut Chas v'Shalom? Tachat Shar Memshalot v'Kochot Nochoriyot, under the other nations of the world, and that's the secret of the pasuk. And a maid will rule her mistress. Vashivcha ki tirash gevirta Chas v'Shalom, which is the goyim rule over the Shekhinah. And that's why when a person davens, he has to say Baruch Atah Hashem Ga'al Yisrael, and right away Amonai Sivlat Tifta. Why? You ever wonder why people do that? What's the secret? Because the Gemara says it. Why? Because Ga'al, the Goel is the Yesod, and Amonai is the Malchut. So when you pray together, exactly, you make a zivug at that moment. Now you know why you do it. But do you see what's his whole point over here? How he connects everything with the Midot of Hashem? And that's really our job, to see in everything the Midot of Hashem. In everything. So we're learning this to see. Now, big tzaddikim can actually see the Midot of Hashem. They see the Havayot.
Physical.
They mamash see it with their eyes. They're so shomer da'yanayim, they can see it. They see the guy's forehead. They know, boom. They see the neshama shining. We're not like that, but we're hoping we're just touching the surface over here where, first of all, we're learning Hashem right now. There's no bigger mitzvah than that. Ki sod geula kel chai v'sod tfilat amonai, because the geula is kel chai and the tfilah is amonai, and when they're together next to each other, azai yichud b'shlemut, then the yichud of God's name is one. V'siman, and the secret is the pasuk somech Hashem lechol hanoflim. God picks up all the fallen ones. Who's the fallen ones? The house of David. Somech, what's somech? He picks up. That's the Yesod. He's somech lekol hanoflim. He picks up the noflim, right? That's why Har Sinai, samech enun, somech noflim, right? Also somech is samech mem. The point is not to make the Yetzer Hara a bad guy. The point is to show how we're fixing him. The Adam Bilial has to be Adam B'Kedusha eventually. He has inside him Mitzvot Kedusha. We got to change him. Rav Nachman in Breslov writes he's a Malach Kadosh. That part of you that says to do the Avero, that's not even your Yetzer Hara. That's your Nefesh Behemit. Your Nefesh Behemit, He's the one who tells you to have taiva for food, to have taiva for the mishka. That's not even Yetzer Hara. That's your nefesh be'emit. That's your nefesh be'emit. Those are your elements.
What's the Yetzer Hara?
The Yetzer Hara, it's like the Yetzer Hara of David and Bathsheba. Like that kind of, like when you're a tzaddik and you see him fall, he didn't fall in the hands of his nefesh be'emit. He fell into the hands of the malach kadosh. The Yetzer Hara is a malach. That's why one rabbi in the Gemara, he said the Yetzer Hara, he was giving a drasha and he gave kav zechut to the Satan. He says the Satan came, kissed him on his feet. Like somebody gave me some kav zechut over here. Because he's a malach. Our fight is to fight our animal inside of us. That's not even the
more
Yetzer Hara.
inner desire rather than
exactly. That's our element. Once you defeat the element, then you really deal with the
What are we
malach.
going to kill when Mashiach comes?
Huh?
What are we going to kill when Mashiach comes?
When Mashiach comes, it's the fixation of the malach kadosh.
Mashiach,
That's the malach kadosh.
Mashiach the Malach Kadosh?
Yeah. It's a mashal. When we say we're going to shecht it, it's a mashal.
It's Kadosh. For the bad part.
We're going to change him. Rabbi Yudah Taya says we're going to turn him from samech mem of death, of samech mem of good.
Just like we're shechting, we're taking out the sparks.
Exactly.
Taking
It's
out
a
the
mashal.
sparks today.
I love the word mashal. That's why I love the book Mishlei. Alright guys, let's end over here. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yirech Otanu with Kulchem and all the watchers of Sharei Orah. Thank you for watching. You guys keep the shiur going. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen ve'amen.